Hello everyone, welcome to Panda. So today we are moving towards the concept of your data frame, where we'll be learning how you have to create a data frame, how you have to manipulate, how you have to use this particular data frame. So we'll be creating that, we have to manipulate that with the data sets to create a data, or we called as data frame is nothing but is a 2D format, which means that here we are using rows as well as your columns also. So it is used to display the data in a table format. That's why whenever we talk about the table format, it always has rows here and the column as well. So if you observe, we are giving the name called df. Inside the df, this is the table of df where we have a 0 1 2 3 and the artist generates listener place. So this is how we are creating the data frame. To use the data frame, we are using that pandas dot data frame. So this is how we are using a data frame. I hope in a theoretical perspective you understood the data frame. Let's move to the practical way how we have to work on directly in a Jupyter notebook. So let's jump to that. So let's start with the creation of your data frame. So we'll start with the importing part. Import pandas as pd, as well as we'll import numpy. Suppose in a mid of time if you want a list and tuple, so that time if you have a numpy you can directly create it. So import numpy as np. So we import the done. So now we are moving to creation of data frame. So we'll go with df equals to pd dot data frame. D will be the capital, f will be the capital. So this thing, remember, whenever you use a data frame, these things are compulsory. Now to creation of data frame, we'll go with the bracket things, and inside that we are going towards to the curly bracket. In the curly bracket we are framing a data frame. Suppose I'm going with the name. So a name inside that, and a name inside I need one, the things are inserted. So what the names I wanted, the other things, so we have to give. So first one, in a data frame I need a name. So in a name I'm giving you the first one. Suppose I just enter it here. I'm giving the first name called Darya. So I'm very Paul. The first name is done. Go with comma. The next name I'm giving SUDIP, Paul. The second name is done. Now moving to the third name, that is like you have to go with this SHOUHADDO, Shahado Paul. So I'm just giving some random names here. So the three names is done with the three things. Now comma. Now the next, this is the first field what I wanted, that is name. Now I wanted go with the age, so AGEH, and inside the age I need the age as well. So I'm giving the age a random value 26 27. So my age is created. Now go with the commas. When you give the commas, the next we can give the next. So suppose I'm giving the next is sex. So when we move to the sex, so now you can give it the first one, it will be a female, female, female. Then go with comma. The next one is your male, ALE male, and next one as well our male, MALE male. So this is how we created this thing. Now we just go with the commas once again. So suppose you want it, you can continue with the commas, and if you don't want it, you just go with this thing. You just run this. Yeah, I just give the two commas here. Yeah, when you run it, it's run properly. Now I just want to see that my data frame is created or not. So go with print and df. So you can observe our data frame is created. Name, age 6, Soundarya Paul, sorry Paul, Shohartha Paul, and then it will be age 25, 26, 27, sex female. So this is how you have to create this particular things. And now suppose you want to see the individually. So this is also a possible in the individually, because we already created in the tabular format. So this is your row and this is your column. This is row, columns are done. So now I want to see individually name, age and sex. I know the things are there. So I just go with the print. In the df, my data frame name means my database name is df. So in the df, which particular area I want to see? I want to see name. So just go with name and just you run it. So you can observe that you got that name, d type of object. Suppose I want to see age now. So go with print. Yeah, so go with print here. So print, and then inside that df, and inside the df you want to see the particular age, AGEH. So you can observe that it shows the type integer of 64. So this is how you can see one by one. And there is things when you're working on this thing, suppose you want to see what will be the maximum age inside the table. Because this is my database. Now we create a database, we are just manipulating that. So when you want to see that, so suppose I want to see that, like whatever the age are there, what will be the maximum. So what we have to do, nothing, just go with print, because we want to print it as well. So df of age, 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 and then you have to use dot operator and max for the maximum values, because we want to use the maximum age on that particular table. You will get that. The same way, suppose I just want to see the minimum, so go with print, then df, and inside the df go with age, and then just use here, just use the dot operator and minimum value. You will get the minimum values. So minimum of, yeah, you have to give the operations, you will get the minimum value. So this is how we are using the things in the, where we use a maximum minimum. Now I just want to see the describe, like whatever we want to describe it. So print here, go with df dot describe, describe, describe. So you can get the description, like what is there. So the method, it's describe the things. We just go with this, then you get that count, mean, standard, minimum, standard. So this is how we are using the data frame in our pandas to read that.